Can we stand with our feet together? Yeah. Okay. The tailbone is slightly tucked. Fall back against that imaginary wall behind you, and as you do, feel how the shoulders naturally fall down and squeeze in together at the bottom. The back of the head is resting against that imaginary wall. Your eyes are soft, your throat is soft. Everybody take a nice big inhale. And just relax, don't look like your robots and statues. Remember, this is just a comfortable place to be. Exhale the shoulders. Drop the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Put your emphasis into lifting your heart on an inhale. So the breath comes up nice and high up into your chest, expanding your collarbone. And a nice long exhale. Can you take your arms out in front of you and just begin with some wrist rolls? Circles. Yeah. Keep the arms fully extended so the elbows are basically locked out. And make sure you get that nice big range of motion. So wherever the wrists don't want to go, that's where you put the emphasis. So don't work the easy. And make sure wherever we don't want to go, make sure it is fully from our wrist and not the fingers. So I would make a fist and make sure that movement is coming from the wrist. You want to feel the wrist. Reverse the direction if you haven't already. And then keep the arms straight out in front of you and bring the wrist up to the sky and down to the ground. Up to the sky and down. So all those tendons and ligaments and muscles and stuff in those forearms. Make sure it all comes from the wrist. Good. Now try it with your hands open, with your fingers spread wide. See if there's a difference. And remember, in a perfect world, those fingers would go right down to the ground like so. Nice big stretch. Good. Now with your fingers spread wide, arms come up and down, alternating. Up and down. Right and left. This has nothing to do with your arms. So remember, when that right arm comes up, your chest and your heart lifts. And when it comes all the way up, it says mid-back holding it. So visualize this motion here, flexion and extension, and then the arms just follow the motion of your chest and your back. Tennis ball under the chin. Feel how that back engages when that arm comes up. Reach it up, pull it down. Push it up, pull it down. Make it the movement from your back. So when that arm comes up, there's a little bit of a back bend. You lift your heart, a little bit of a back bend, engaging. Not from here, but from here. And then take the arms down to your sides. Thumbs facing forward, and then inhale. Your arms all the way up until your thumbs touch. thumbs will come to touch. Exhale all the way down. Pull down those muscles around your rib cage. Push it up and pull it down. Push up. So when you do this, you go ah. Ah, you like ah, not ah. Oh, that feels lovely. Oh, this is wonderful. There's no place I would rather be except on our cruise. Let's not tell Tuesday and Thursday class about our cruise.
There'd be too many people.
Yeah, right.
Be too many dogs. So.
Too many dogs.
It's good that we have an imagination.
Ready? All the way up. Now when they come down, we're going to come down and come into eagle. So bring your arms together. Your left elbow crosses your right. You bend the elbows and you bring your hands together. And then you nice and gently pull the shoulder blades down as you make your neck longer. So you pull the elbows down as the crown of the head reaches up. We want this nice stretch through that upper back. It is important to get elbow over elbow, even if it's just sitting here or something as close as you can get. So you can teach your body, but you gotta give it a baseline. Now keep those elbows a little bit away from your body and start bringing your fingertips up to the sky. I know. Feel that sensation in the back. Doesn't that feel lovely?
How relaxing.
Very relaxing, isn't it very relaxing? Just like having a nice cup of tea.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Chamomile, of course, right? Yeah. Can you feel the stretch in the back? More in the arms, maybe? Yeah, tighten the arms. Take a nice big inhale and a nice long exhale. Keep your arms where they are. Now we're just going to add in a nice little bend. You're going to soften your knees, push your hips back, and you're just going to come down as far as you want. And then you're going to use your leg strength to come up. Oh, lift those arms up, maybe a little back bend here. Again, soften your knees. Forward fold. All the way back up, strong legs, reach it up. Stay here and take a breath. Nice and slowly, your arms will untwist and you'll just shake them out. Oh yeah, wake up those shoulders. Lovely. Can we take the opposite end? So the right elbow over the left. Pull the elbows down, crown of the head reaches up. So, if it's possible, try not to grab onto your fingers. See if you can go hand on hand. Yes, fingertips up to the sky. Now, when I say pull the elbows down and crown of the head up to the sky, we're trying to be able to look at the top of our fingertips. So you want to pull, down, crown of the head reaches up, so your eyes are looking here, not by throwing your head up, but just by pulling these down more. You're lifting a longer neck. Nice long neck. And then breathe, and soften your breath. Take the intensity out of it. If you say it's hard, it's hard. If you say it's enjoyable, wrong. We're going to do a little forward bend. So you're going to soften your knees, push your hips back, and lower yourself down to the crown of the head touches the ground. Use strong legs to come up. Reach those arms up to the sky, a little back bend. And again, soften your knees, forward fold. back up. Good, one more time. And down. And nice and gently back up. Good. Relax the arms, shake them out. Can you roll shoulders around? Remember when so roll the shoulders back. But remember when the shoulders come back, your chest comes forward. This is where you become that gorilla. It's not a matter of throwing the shoulders back. It's a matter of lifting the chest up. Expanding your chest. And you take a big breath. Good. And then relax the arms and shake them out for a moment. Absolutely lovely. Okay. Fun Friday. Can you stand on that right leg? Yep, your back against your imaginary wall. You're looking up because the body likes to go up. And then you take that left leg and you make your right leg nice and strong, so your left leg kind of hovers just slightly off the ground. And then, when you're really strong, and again, you've got a wall, if you want to use the wall beside you, go ahead. You're just going to take that knee up to here. And then, because you guys are super strong, you're just going to extend that leg straight out and bend it. You're going to extend it straight out and bend it. Extend it straight out and bend it. Find a wall or a chair or your favorite friend or... Good. One more time. Perfect. Left leg on the ground. Soften your knees and do some knee circles. So make a circle with your knees. Opposite direction. Lovely. Go ahead and stand on your left leg. Nice and tall. Look up. Right leg up. And then extend and bend and extend and bend and extend and bend. 2 more times. Lovely. Both feet on the ground. Soften your knees. Do some circles. And the opposite. Can we have a seat on the floor, please? That was actually you were very good on the way down too. Graceful. You were graceful.
That's being graceful.
Tell all your friends that you're now becoming graceful.
Hey guys, I'm graceful.
Yeah, that's gonna make you more friends.
We're grateful.
Fist fights after.
I'll show you grateful. So can we bend our knees, cross the ankles, or sit somewhere comfortable? We're going to do, like this, cross-legged. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to do torso circles. So your hands are on your knees. So your left hand on your left knee, your right hand is on your right knee. And then from your core, you're going to do these circles. So you bring your chest forward and then you fall all the way back. When you fall back until your arms go straight. And then, yes. No sense in working in that easy happy zone now, is there? Fall back until your arms go straight. Your body's going to like that position. And then you use your arms to pull you up. Use your arms on this.
Oh,
Absolutely. Arms on your knees is a perfect fit. Use the arms as much as you want to. Yeah, you'll get a better range. You almost have to use the arms, especially at the beginning. Right? Because you want to create the biggest range of motion that you can. How far to the right can you go? Think about trying to get that right ear to the floor. When that happens, you're going to notice you're going to have to secure the left hip down more. So you use your arms, but you have to secure your hips. So when you go to the right, that left hip, you've got to drive it into the ground. It's your anchor. And when you come around to the left, you've got to drive your right hip into the ground. It's your anchor. If you feel like you're falling over, it's just because you're not anchoring your hips.
Does your left hip go off the ground a bit then?
No.
When you go to the right?
No.
Oh, okay.
So when you go to the right, that left hip is anchored solid. So that there's more effort on pushing that hip into the ground than there is going to the right. Because yeah, you're just relying on your legs and pushing, right? So when you come to the right, you glue that left hip down. And that gluing that left hip down allows you to go further to the right. And then you come forward. When you come forward, there's equal weight on both hips. And then when you come to the left, you glue that right hip down. Yes. Reverse the direction if you haven't. So this is a very, very, very important exercise to do. Which this would be a good one to do a short on. Doesn't that feel good though? Like you can really tell that the body is really doing a lot in this. Right? That securing that hip down is really hard when the gravity is pulling you to the other side. Good. Come back to center and stay there for a breath. It's always really interesting. I find it interesting anyhow, how much grunting and groaning we can do when we're just doing exercise, right? And we tend to grunt and groan more when we're doing things sitting down or laying down, right? Like we can run, we can chop wood, we can do all this fun stuff. We just do like this and like, oh. That's true though, right? We're gonna do some extensions. Yeah. So you can have your legs straight out in front of you or have them bent, whatever is your preference. But all we're going to do is we're just going to have our hands like your legs across, your hands are on your knees or on your ankles. You're just going to inhale and you just drive your chest up. And then you exhale and collapse. Inhale up, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, collapse. Goes in, go gimpy here, round it back. And then inhale and drive that chest up. Shoulder blades are squeezed. What we don't want to do is when we come up, we don't want to throw our shoulders back. Keep them out of the equation. Your job is specifically to move not like that. So we don't even want to move from here, and we don't want the shoulders to participate. So we're going to keep our eyes looking up, and all we're going to do is we're just going to collapse. Yep, keep your eyes up. And then you just drive your chest forward, and then you just collapse. Big heart. So the force is coming from here, which makes it really difficult. But it's a very good way of putting a lot of oxygen into your body. So the big up, drive your chest, widen your collarbone. Because when you're up and fully lifted, that's a lot of work to hold yourself there. And then you collapse and relax. This one's a hard one.
Freaking spasms.
Oh, perfect. What a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a super good idea.
Well, I have to.
Yeah. Do you ever take magnesium? Potassium? Do you eat bananas?
Yes.
Yes.
If you think about it at some point, take a little bit of salt and some water
Yeah.
with a banana for like 40 minutes before class.
Mm.
It might help. So a little bit less from here. Collapse. Keep your eyes up. So don't even move your head. Your head's not gonna move at all. You're only going to collapse from here. Yep. And then up. There we go. Collapse from here. There you go. Feel the difference? Uh-huh. You're good. Yes, just a minute. Oh. Keep your head strong. Just nice and tall. And then just collapse. Nice and tall. And collapse. See, you've totally got this with the you got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's why this stuff is so important though. Right? The more you can extend, like when you take your breath in, so everybody take your breath in, hold that extension, become as tall as you can. When you're in this position and you're really tall, there's very little compression on your spine. So when we get to that point in life where the lower back's always sore and the hips are always achy, we put a lot of compression on that every day. So we have to extend to take that compression out of the back and off the hips. Good, take a break. Well done. Can you just take your legs straight out in front of you and shake those legs out for a moment? Okay, actually, arms out to here. No, arms to here. Take a nice big inhale and extend. As you exhale, you're going to scoop your belly, you'll tuck your chin a little bit, and you're going to roll all the way down onto your mat as slow as you can until the back of your head softly touches the ground. Drive your feet into the ground. There's your anchor. Remember, something's always got to be anchored. Drive your legs into the ground. Yes. It's much nicer when your legs are solid. Good job. When you've landed, can you just point and flex your feet for a moment? Point and flex and point and flex and point and flex. Relax your arms for a moment. Okay, we're just going to do some very fun mobility stuff. Can you bend your knees? Feet are on the ground, feet are together. Lovely. Now we're just going to walk our feet apart as wide as we can go, and then we're going to walk them back together. So we're going to walk our feet out, we're going to walk our feet together. So step out, step out, step out, step out, step out, step out, until they're wide, 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 and then walk them back in. Good. When you get comfortable, then what you can do is that instead of the feet just kind of like la 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 on the ground, you can pick up that left foot and step it out. Pick up that right and step it out. Pick up that left and step it out. Yes. Out. Out. Maybe every once in a while you just go a little bit wider. And then bring your feet back together. And then walk your feet out forward until they're almost straight, and then walk them back so your heels are close to your hips. Walk them back and back and back and back and back and back. Each time that whole entire foot, heel plus toes, land on the ground. Try to keep the whole entire foot on the ground the whole time. So when the legs are extended out, try to drive those toes down. Good. Keep the feet back at center. Good. A little strength and mobility. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to pick up our right foot and cross it over our left leg. Lovely. Then we're going to place it back on the floor. You're going to pick up your left, cross it over your right, and place it back on the floor. Right over left. Ankle over knee. Yep. Back on floor. Keep going. Yes. When you cross over, do not drop that left hip. Your hips are your anchor. What you do want to do is try to open up this hip joint without dropping that hip. Because it's better if this is open and then you take this leg up. Because then you're going to be using more glutes. So when that leg crosses over, think you've got a tennis ball in that left hip. Hold that tennis ball there as you place that foot back on the ground. Tennis ball in the hip. Are both of your hips fully on the ground? I see everything. The body likes to cheat a little bit. Right? It does, right? Because it compensates for our weaknesses. So when your leg comes over, you make sure you stay equally both hips on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, now stay here for a second. See how you drop this hip down? So it's just a little bit of an imbalance. I don't know where it's coming from yet. But you do want to still think about trying to keep the equal weight, which only comes over time of moving. So with you right now today, I would say go really slow, and time under tension is always better than repetition. Okay? Good. Can you keep that right ankle over that left knee? Lovely. Can you take your arms out to the sides? Back of the hands laying flat on the ground. Anchor your shoulder blades and anchor your hips. Good. Pull that left foot in a little bit so that foot is directly underneath that knee. Yes. Now, if you feel that this is enough of a stretch, you can just hang out here. That's option one. Option two is you can just take that lower body side to side. That's it. If you want to get down and dirty because it's Friday, like Jeannie's going to want it, you're going to want to keep the legs at center. You're going to want to drive that left foot in the ground and lift your hips up to the sky. Right? Doesn't that feel lovely? Right? Drive the hips up higher. Drive the hips up higher. Left foot push in the ground. Those two hip bones up to the sky. Lift it up higher so you end up, shoulder blades are off the mat.
Next week.
If you wanted to get even crazier, you can now take your right leg and just straighten it up to the sky. Point those toes and use those toes to lift you up even higher. So your shoulder blades are off the floor. Go higher. Take up more space. And then nice and slowly, as slow as you can, lower the leg down by bending it first. I was thinking we should do a Saturday class.
Bring it out.
You're like, have fun.
Yeah, super.
Well done, everybody. Allow the lower body to go left and right a little bit. Just a nice side to side. When you're doing hip bridges like that, if you find that hamstring, the back of the leg kind of feels like it's gonna spasm, it's just because you're really working that hamstring, which is what we're trying to do. So, good. When you're ready, place that left ankle over your right knee. And again, you can stay right here. If you want, you can just go side to side. If you're going to come into a bridge, you first want to make sure you anchor those shoulder blades. So those shoulder blades are heavy on the mat. The top of your shoulders is heavy on the mat. Your right foot is heavy on the mat. And then everything else lifts because it's so light. So you push that right heel into the ground. That's going to give you leverage to lift those hips up. And every time you inhale, you lift up a little bit higher. With the intention of the shoulder blades off the ground because you're sitting up nice and high on the top of your shoulders. And then take that left leg, those left toes right up to the sky. Reach those toes up. Good. Reach those toes up. Lift that hip up. That left leg is pulling your hips up higher and higher and higher. Take one more breath. Bend that left leg in very slowly, as slow as you can. Come back down.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Both feet on the ground and take your lower body side to side. Well done. I've never understood when people say, oh, exercise is so boring. Have you guys ever felt bored? Never, right? Good. Can we roll over onto our left side, please?
Just one more like this.
Lovely. We're going to do some clamshell, but we're going to do it very lovely and sweet. It's just a nice Friday love fest, okay? So you're going to pull your knees up. Yeah. Remember, so when we do clamshell, we just want to engage the glutes. So we want to, when that knee comes up, before that knee comes up, those heels drive together. So it's actually the heels driving together. That's your anchor. So lifting that knee up without those heels glued together is a waste of time. So those heels have to be glued together. Good. They have to be glued together. The higher up that leg comes, the more those heels are glued together. That's the exercise. Because it's not the knee coming up that's going to engage your glute, it's the heels squeezing together that's going to engage the glutes. And then move with your breath. So it comes out on an keep this one soft. Again, take the intensity out of that. Don't make it hard, just make it nice. This clamshell exercise, especially when you do it with the heels squeezing together and nice and softly and gently, it's not something that you do 2 sets of 12. It's something that you do repetitively 25 times, 50 times, 75 times to 100. It needs to learn to open and close and open and close. So this is better off to do a nice, slow, controlled, longer session than trying to slam off a whole bench. Can you hold that knee open by squeezing those heels together? Squeeze those heels together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And maybe when you squeeze those heels together, you feel that glute more. Right? Good, and then both knees back together and just take a breath there for a moment. The next one, we're going to spend some time on the side ribs, the obliques. So all those muscles down the right side of your body. So basically what's going to happen, your fingers just place it behind, gently behind your ear, your right arm. Yeah. And then the only thing that you want to do is just want to take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, that right knee and that right elbow come together. Not in front of your body, but up nice and high. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Okay. That's not it. Okay. No, if it doesn't like his drill, alright? Find another stretch or something. Can you get that elbow and that knee closer together? Three more, please. And when you've done the three, please roll over onto your back and pull your knees into your hips and give your legs a nice hug. Nice big hug. Maybe you're going to rock from side to side. Good, and then when you're ready, can you roll over onto your left side, please? Again, setting up for clamshell. Or your right side. And again, we're going to enjoy That knee gently comes up and down and up and down. But it's gentle. And we just want to make sure that we're not rolling back too much. Always trying to keep those hips stacked. And when in doubt, it's better off to think that top hip is slightly forward. Because if it's not forward, you know it's going to be backwards. And we don't want that. So keeping that hip just slightly forward is good. And then again, just move with your breath. Open and close, open and close, open and close. Good, and then whenever you're ready, we're going to work those side muscles along the ribs. So you're going to take your left fingers and you're going to place them just behind your ear. You're going to take a nice big inhale in that left knee, and that left elbow touches and extends, and touches and extends. And see if you can kind of pull that elbow to the knee as you pull the knee to the elbow. So it's a nice little crunch in the side ribs. And if your core is strong enough and if it feels comfortable, that left leg can extend straight out if you want, and then you can pull it in. That left leg.
Straight down or out?
Your left leg.
Over.
So your right leg, yep. That's okay, there's
Dyslexia rules in that way.
Oh, jeez. Do I know?
Dyslexia rules.
I know, there's always so much going on. And you know, the good thing with exercise is all movement is exercise. All movement is good as long as it doesn't put any unnecessary tension or pain into your joints. So if that leg is straight, that leg is bent, or a combination, it's all good. It's all exercise. The whole idea is just to move in a variety of ways every day. It's like your food, right? It's not one food that's going to give you the nutrients you need. It's eating a variety of foods in a weekly basis. So you cover a wide spectrum of nutrients. If you move in a variety of ways every day, you cover the whole spectrum of movement. Good, 2 more please. Lovely. And then when you're ready, actually, can we come into a nice baby cobra? So let's lay onto our stomachs for a moment, please. Place your forearms, your hands on the ground. Spread your fingers wide, and those elbows are directly underneath that shoulder. Use your fingertips on the ground as opposed to using your elbows. So the weight's not on your elbows. Use your fingers. Your elbows are on the ground. Your elbows are on the ground. Your elbows are fully on the ground. Elbows, forearms, hand is on the ground. You could just pull it in a little bit. And then you're just going to use your back like a snake to bring your chest forward. So it is more about bringing, and stay up, right there. It is more about bringing that chest forward and up, and that's what's gonna help to engage that back. Tuck your chin a little bit so there's not a compression in the neck, and breathe deep into that middle part of your back. Breathe deep into that middle part of your back. Keep your chin tucked in a little bit so the back of your neck stays long. If your chin's up, if your neck is compressed, your lower back is going to be compressed. Take a nice big inhale and a long exhale. And then take one more nice big inhale and a long exhale. And then nice and slowly, you're going to stack your hands or stack your arms. You're going to lower down and place your forehead on the ground or your forehead on your hands. You're going to stay there and breathe for a moment. And right now, breathe deep into your lower back. When you're lying on your belly, it's good because you have compression on the front part of your abdominals. So let your belly sag into the mat. With your breath, feel how your belly, there's a bit of pressure on your abdominals. That's a good thing. Take one more nice big breath and widen your side ribs. And then deflate your whole entire rib cage on your exhale. Soften your breath. Soften your body. Soften your mind.